Welcome to the Revenue Shift Masterclass. So, this is going to explain why your current strategy won't take you to $500,000. And it's something I've really noticed happening with female business owners. They get quite easily or relatively easy in the first year or two to 100,000, maybe 120,000. But beyond that, they're really struggling to scale up into that next tier. And that is what I specialize in, helping female entrepreneurs go from 100,000 through to 500,000. That is my sweet spot. I obviously do work with many clients in my agency that are the 500,000 and beyond. But for my personal brand and what I mainly spend my time educating is getting through this bit of stickiness that happens around that 100 to 150,000 in revenue. So let's dive in. Welcome. Your new journey starts from today. No more excuses. You are here to take action, grow your business, and own your own freedom. You're in the right place if you're a service-based business owner struggling to attract premium clients who value your work. You're feeling stuck in the cycle of undercharging, you're overworking, and you're not seeing the revenue growth you desire. You're tired of marketing efforts that aren't converting into sales and dream clients, and you want to build a powerful personal brand that positions you as the go-to expert, and you're ready to step into confident visibility and higher revenue, but without the burnout. Here's what you're going to learn by hanging out with me today. Pricing capping your income potential. Well, we're going to learn today how to position yourself as a premium brand, stop undercharging, and start confidently pricing your services at what you're worth without the fear of losing clients. Do you have a weak sales process that's leaking leads? This is super common. Sales without sleaze. Learn how to close high-ticket clients with ease, handle any objections they might throw at you, and create a seamless sales process that converts consistently. Are you attracting the wrong clients and audience to your socials who are not going to pay you what you're worth? The client attraction formula gets you the exact steps to attract high premium clients to invest in you without chasing or discounting any offers to get them to become clients. Now, this training is not for you if you're looking for quick hacks and overnight success without putting in the work. You're not willing to step outside your comfort zone and show up confidently in your business. You don't believe in the value of marketing and brand positioning, and you think word of mouth is enough to grow your business. It's not. You refuse to shift your mindset about sales and visibility, even if it's been holding you back. And you aren't ready to invest time and energy into building a magnetic brand that has a reliable client attraction system built into it. And you get upset or offended when someone gives a 60-minute free talk and then makes you an offer at the end. Hi, I'm Nikki Milne. I help female business owners build highly profitable businesses so that you can earn more but work less. About me, I'm a mum of 4. I've been married to my husband, Tony, who is a career firefighter for over 10 years now. I dropped out of high school at 16. The school system just wasn't for me. I really struggled to learn with what they implemented and shared. So I dropped out of high school and I took on a hairdressing apprenticeship, which led me to traveling around Australia. And then eventually, at quite a young age, at 23, I purchased my first business. My husband and I have no family support. There's just my husband and I looking after 4 kids. So I need freedom and flexibility. And my husband being a firefighter, his shifts rotate every single week. So it's a constant evolving and changing of shifts that I have to manage and then work my business around pickups and him working. And obviously having the children. So I needed really importantly to find a way to be with my children while also building a fulfilling career for me. It was non-negotiable. I love to work. There was no way in hell that being a mum, I was going to be a stay-at-home mum. I tried it for 3 months and it certainly wasn't for me. I needed to have something for me. And I found that through my career. It makes me a better mum. It makes me proud that I contribute to our household. And it also gives me a break. If you can imagine, 4 children is super hectic. I love to come to my little office, which I'm in now, and just have something that I can focus on that I'm good at. And I know you can probably resonate with that. Now, you are in the right place today if you're short on time. If you're someone like me that's juggling working, the mental load, having children, this is totally for you. If you're struggling with money, if you are giving it all to your business and you are finding right now that all that time and effort, it's not transferring into really reasonable money in your bank account, well, we're going to help fix that right now. If you need more clients, if you're someone that's always struggling to attract new clients, this is definitely the right place for you right now. And if you feel you've tried it all, you've downloaded every free ebook, you've had business coaches, you've done online programs, you've done so many things, and still you're stuck, you're in the right place. And if you don't want to work for others, I haven't worked for anyone else since I was 23 years of age. I love the freedom that a business owner brings, and you're in the right place if you resonate with that. And the other one is if marketing is your business biggest hurdle, if you feel that's what's stopping you from scaling, then you're definitely in the right place. I am a marketing and PR expert. I also own a PR and marketing agency where I manage a portfolio of over 50 million. So I know a thing or two about marketing. And even though I work with many global brands in my agency, I also work with many small businesses to scale them to that $500,000. So my goal for you at the end of this masterclass is to get you unstuck. I want you to walk away with a clear understanding of what you need to do, starting with the 3 steps that I'm going to explain in this masterclass. And don't forget, I have been there hustling hard, following all the advice, taking all the courses and all the rest of it, investing in business coaches, and still feeling like I was spinning my tires. And you are at a point perhaps where you're wondering why the same strategies that have got you up to that 100,000 are no longer working. And this is where I got super stuck when I was trying to scale into agency. I was applying the same strategies that quickly got me to that 100,000. And then I couldn't work out why I couldn't scale beyond, why I couldn't get bigger, why I couldn't attract more clients. And it was definitely down to these 3 things. So here's the truth. The strategies that work to build your foundations are definitely not the same ones that will scale your business to $500,000 and beyond. And this, like I said, is where most people get stuck. It is not your effort. You're putting in a huge amount of effort, no doubt, but it is your time to adjust your approach. Now, only a few years ago, I was exhausted. I was trying to grow my business. At that stage, we had 3 kids, and I knew that we wanted one more child. Yes, number 4 was totally planned. I knew we needed more money to obviously support our growing family. And I really was struggling with my husband's rotating shifts because, as you can imagine, daycare, babysitting, it's very hard to organize when his shifts change every single week. And I felt really trapped. I needed the freedom and flexibility, and I needed to stop feeling overwhelmed. So I had to find a way. I had these huge dreams. I wanted to be at all my kids' school events. I wanted to not work school holidays, and I wanted to take time off whenever I needed and wanted. I wanted to obviously support my family financially, and I had this big goal of paying off a multi-million-dollar mortgage by the time I was 40. I wanted financial independence as a woman. I wanted to be able to take my kids on holidays and also buy luxury handbags. And I obviously needed to make more money, but I also wanted more time to do what I wanted to do. Now, I knew I had to find a way to earn more and work less. And if you know me and you've been following me on socials, that is my motto. I teach people how to earn more but work less because it's definitely a strategy. So I set about figuring out how I was going to do that. I did so much hustling, so much research, so much self-educating. I tested, I bought our time slots of really people I admire that were doing exceptionally well. I went and invested in hours coaching with them to see what they were doing. And I worked out it was really important to start attracting clients, not chasing them. And that's a big thing and a big statement. And I bet you're thinking, yes, but how do I do that? And we're going to go through that. From this concept, I developed an amazing marketing framework, which I firstly used in my business with amazing results. And then I used it in my agency clients, and I still use this framework to today. I literally put it into a client that owns a wellness center yesterday. So this framework, I used over 30 clients. It's probably up to 50 now, and it's skyrocketed their profits. And seeing the success, I then integrated it into my one-to-one mentoring program that I work with a selected group of female entrepreneurs in. And then these women start showing way more freedom and flexibility. This framework can transform marketing for all business owners. It makes it simple, effective, and enjoyable because God knows as women, we overthink everything and that rolls over into our marketing. Now, I wanted to share this with you, not to brag, but to share what is possible. Now, this is my financial net profit from last financial year. So my net profit was 338,000. And obviously get taxed on that. But considering when I started my journey and my career, my hairdressing annual wage was 16,000 for the first year of my hairdressing apprenticeship to being this today. I'm really proud of what I achieved. And I did this by managing, like I said, 4 small children and a shift working husband. So it is entirely possible for you to do it. This is Australia's highest paying jobs last financial year. And as you can see right here, I'm sitting between number 3 and 4. Now, most of these industries are dominated by males. But as a female entrepreneur, the sky is the limit. And I'm here to tell you the way to do this is service-based businesses. E-commerce is not an area I speak on. It's not an area I have much knowledge on. And to me, the profit is not there. But if you're listening and you own a service-based business, absolutely, the profit is there if you understand how to attract premium clients and position yourself. Now, you have to remember as well, I dropped out of high school at 16. I have never done any other formal education except for a hairdressing apprenticeship. And that would have been over 22, 23 years ago. So even if you're thinking, I don't have a degree, I don't have a background, 10 years ago, literally almost to the month, I was a hairdresser. I certainly did not have a marketing and PR degree when I launched my marketing and PR business. I just decided that that was what I wanted to do, and hell and high water, I was going to do it. And here I am before you today sharing what I've known and what I've learned along the way. So the masterclass is about to start right now. So I want you to think, why did you really show up today? Is it because you desire to have more than you have right now? And if it is, you're in the right place. So in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you 3 critical shifts you need to break through this 100K plateau and grow to $500,000, all while creating freedom and flexibility in your life. Now, if you're here thinking it's not about the money, if you want freedom and flexibility, it is 100% about the money. Money brings freedom and flexibility. And I have so many women I work with that say, Nikki, but I'm not after the money. And I'm like, but you want the freedom and flexibility. You have to have the money to give you the freedom and flexibility. Money buys you things like a house cleaner or babysitting or the flexibility to actually have a day off if you have a security amount of money or you're mortgage free. So I did actually achieve that mortgage free by 40. We became mortgage free by 40. And I can't tell you the freedom that brings into our lives and the fact that we do not have to worry about money. No matter how bad things get, we have a really good asset. So if you're thinking it's not about the money, it's really important to understand money actually gives you choices. It gives you opportunity and it gives you the right to say no as well. So this is a whole masterclass on revenue and money. So if money makes you uncomfortable, learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable around money because money will ultimately give you the freedom that you seek. The Revenue Shift Masterclass. Let's dive in. So the reality check, the truth is the strategies that got you here, the hustling, saying yes to every client, relying on referrals, they're just not scalable, not to the degree you need to do it to move forward. They are most likely holding you back from reaching your next level. The solution, these 3 strategic shifts. Number 1, the pricing shift. Stop capping your income potential. Women are so guilty of undercharging. It is very rare. Maybe 2 women a year I meet that are actually charging what they should be. The rest, some just undercharging, some dramatically, horrifically undercharging for what they're bringing to the table. And this does come a bit from confidence. So wonder why underpricing is costing you more than you think? Well, this lesson we're going to start with goes into why undercharging isn't just about the money. It also affects your brand, your energy, and ultimately your business growth. Why it matters? If you keep pricing too low, you're going to keep attracting the wrong clients, and they're going to demand you work so much harder. The cheapest clients are usually the biggest headache. And if this resonates with you, drop it in the yes in the chat, because I see this commonly. People come to me and go, I've got this nightmare client. They're contacting me all hours. They're sending so many demands through, and they're like, I'm on like hardly charging them anything. This is such a common thing. The wrong clients will make you work 10 times harder than the right clients. So the hidden costs of underpricing are revenue loss. You're working way too many hours and you're actually ending up making less profit, especially if we rotate that out. You'll actually notice your hourly rate is dramatically under what it should be. The second thing is brand perception. So if you're charging cheaply and your prices are very low, when a client comes in and acquires, you're actually putting doubt in their mind. There's the age-old argument, the more you charge, the more someone thinks you're worth. So it's really important to know that when you actually are sharing low prices, immediately that client is getting a feeling that you are not worthy of what some of the other clients. And they're also, you're adjusting their perception. If they are going to 3 or 4 competitors and getting quotes and the other quotes are higher, they're going to automatically think you're not as good as their competitors. Now, there's also another thing that plays in here, the resentment and burnout. You start to resent your business because it's exhausting and it's unprofitable. And that really starts to ripple through everything. So their main quick shift in revenue is cost-based versus value-based pricing. So cost-based pricing is focusing on expenses and adding a really small profit margin, which is actually where we all start. And that's where it gets us to that 150,000. But when you get to that kind of 150,000, then it's really important to switch your business model. And I'm talking your pricing model here to value-based pricing. So it aligns with the transformation and the results you provide. So for me, in my agency, my minimum entry is $5,000 a month. Now, does that mean I do 100 hours for that client? Certainly not. But I know the value I bring to the table. To the point I went into a brand new client that's just signed a $60,000 contract with me last week. First meeting I went into their business, I walked through and went, this needs to change. You flip this and offer this, and I guarantee this will make you probably another 100,000 this year. And this is a global brand I said it to. Ballsy, right? And they went, oh my God. And literally they were like, this is the best money we've spent already. That was my first suggestion to them. But they had a space that they were underutilizing. And within minutes, I'd come up with a concept that would make them $100,000 for that one room. And it aligned with everything they were doing. It added so much value. Now, they paid me for that one idea. I've not heard from them this week because they're so busy implementing that idea. And if they only get that one idea from me that I charge $5,000 a month for, they are then going to think it's incredible money spent when that one idea brings them in 100,000 for this year. So that is where value pricing is really important. It's the value you're bringing to the job. It's not the hourly rate. So premium clients pay for expertise, not just for your time. A premium client understands the value you bring to the table. They very rarely ask for hours. So for example, I charge $5,000 a month in my agency. Never have I had a client come to me and say, how many hours does that equal? Never. It doesn't say it in the pitch. It does say it in the contract, just as a guide in case I ever needed to refer back to it. But it says $5,000 a month and I can do X, Y, and Z. It doesn't ever say in that agreement that it's 20 hours of work or it's 5 hours of work, or it's 50 hours worth of work. So that is really important to note. A premium client will pay for your expertise, not just your time. Hence why moving to value-based pricing is what I recommend. Now, if you have value-based pricing already, please put yes down in the comments so I know. If you are someone that is cost-based, so you feel like your margins are so small, put cost in the comments. Value. Interesting. So we've got a bit of a mix here. So if you're saying cost, you've just been in to let into a golden idea. You need value pricing. So my profit used to be maybe 10%. Now my profit on most of my services sits at about 60 to 70 cents, which is insane. Hence why I shared my income with you, because that is reflective of value pricing. So value is so, so important if you want to scale. That is how all the big entrepreneurs do it, and all the very successful service-based businesses, they're value pricing. So the problem with obviously how you're pricing, how it's going to affect those clients that are coming into your world, lower prices attract price-sensitive clients who demand less. And we all know price-sensitive clients, the first thing they say is how much? How much? And usually it's followed with, is that the best price you can do? Can you discount that? A premium client very rarely, if ever, asks how much. A premium client doesn't wants your expertise, they want trust for you, and they want results. They do not want the cheapest option. You do not want clients that are choosing you only because you're cheap. Now, that is a really bitter pill to swallow when I say it to a lot of people. Is the only reason you have those clients because you're cheap? You do not want to be that business. You want people to choose you because you're the best, not because you're the cheapest. And if you undervalue yourself, so will the clients. And there is no truer word spoken. If you don't feel you're worthy, the client will pick up on that. And most clients will then ask for the discount. They'll say, can you do it cheaper? Oh, you desperately need clients. Why don't you just take this on? But if you value your worth and you come across this way, not only on your website, but on your socials and even in your discovery calls or how you're reaching out via email, they will actually pay your worth. So the key takeaway from number one, your pricing is a reflection of your confidence, your brand, and your value. So I want you to write this question down. Are you pricing based on fear or on value? Now, 70 to 80%, even if your value pricing will be fear, there'll be still a bit of fear in there. We need to move you to value, and value that you're confident about. And it only takes one client. And I'm just going to quickly share a story with you. One of my mentoring clients, when I met her, she was charging retainer clients of, I think it was 1,500 or 1,800. And the amount of value she was delivering, she's like a VA. Let's call her a VA. She's a little bit more advanced and technical than that. But for the story, she was a VA charging about 1,500 a month. And I was like, no way, the value you're delivering should be 5,000. And she was terrified. Like, there was so much fear and self-doubt around changing and charging her prices to $5,000 per month for a 12-month contract. And so basically what I said, well, right, every new client, essentially working with me, every new client that comes into your world for the next 3 months while you're working with me, I want you to put straight out that it's $5,000 for every month for 12 months. And let's see what happens. And you know what? She had 2 discovery calls. She signed 2 clients at $5,000 a month. And then another one, and then another one. So it was this snowball effect. And over 3 months, she picked up so many new clients at $5,000 a month. And obviously she has staff, and it's a big agency. And she felt so good and confident that we got to the point at about 4 to 5 months, we've been working together, we actually then formed a strategy that her current client she went back to, and she didn't raise them to $5,000, but we went back and formed a package to them and saying, you know, it's been amazing. And as a loyal client, we're going to honor your, a loyalty rate, but the new rate will be X, Y, and Z starting for the 1st of January 2025. Now, she lost about 4 or 5 clients, but I think about 20 to 25 stayed, and she ended up charging them about $2,000 extra each. Now, that over the course of 12 months, it's going to totally transform her business. And now she's happy. She has so much more freedom. She The clients are amazing. She's loving her business again. And most of all, the profits have gone through the roof. And she's not doing more. She's just charging based on the value her and her team are bringing to these clients. So hopefully that gives you a bit of confidence that the pricing comes from you. And if you are feeling a little bit unsure about this, then get a mentor or business coach, someone like me that shoves you forward. Go and find a support system. Even like if you're in our GA program, the women in there are phenomenal. And if you're feeling a little bit unsure about raising your prices, there is a whole strategy in there on how to do it, but also reach out. Confidence comes from being around others that are confident, that are pushing you forward and actually showing you what's possible. So if pricing is something that you really struggle with, get around some people that are going to give you support. Okay, shift number 2, the sales shift. Now, I used to hate the word sales. I didn't understand it, but now I'm very comfortable with the word sales. And this is where all the magic happens. Sales is not a bad thing. Sales in the 90s used to be very pushy and tactical. In 2025, we call it soft selling because it's not so direct. It's not so cold. It's not so desperate. And if it is, then you're back in that cheap client world. In a premium client world, we honestly go, here's what I do. This is the price. If you like it, if it aligns with you and it's within your budget, let us know. We're not begging for that client. We're saying, here's what I do. This is what the price is. If this aligns with you, come into our world. So the sales shift is very, very important. So we firstly need to fix the leaks in the sales process. And I see a lot of this. So what this lesson is going to cover is why most service-based business owners lose sales before conversations even happen. And this is the reality. Why it matters? You can have the best offer in the world, but if your sales process is weak, a premium client will walk away immediately. Because what you've got to understand is premium clients watch you for a while. Maybe 6 months, maybe 12 months. A cheap client will be desperate and want a fast result. They'll appear out of nowhere and go, how much? Okay, yep, okay, that sounds like it's in my budget. I'll do it. A premium client will not do that. They will sit back. They'll observe. They will build trust. They will watch the way you present yourself on social media. They'll look at your website. They'll maybe ask a few people because they're trying to build trust with you before they reach out. Now, this is my very crappy funnel that I quickly designed because I was trying to work out how I can explain it to you. So bear with me here. The brand awareness stage is when they're first hearing about you. So marketing, social media, word of mouth, they're going on. They're looking around, they're getting a feel for you, how you present yourself, who you're working with, what the results are you're delivering for people. Then the next step is generally they're going to go to what we call the lead section where they're going to your website. So they're becoming a warm lead. They're like, okay, I like this person. I think I could work with them. I really resonate with what they're doing. I want those results for me. So I'm going to go to their website. And this is a big downfall here. The website is usually one of the biggest leaky processes, and it's because there is not enough clarity over that. Most people try to be super clever on their websites. And there is a very famous quote that says, clarity will trumpet clever every time. In other words, don't overcomplicate your website because you want them to lead into a conversation with you. The key objective to the website is to get them to reach out to you, whether that's sending you a DM, an inquiry form, jumping on a phone call with you. So websites quite often are so overwhelming. People get on there and we have what we call a bounce rate. So they get on there, they go, they look around, and then they go, oh, no, I'm overwhelmed, and they jump off. Do not be that business. You want them to go onto the website, just get enough information that it's just reconfirmed that they need to work with you. And then the next step is easy. They're going to reach out through a discovery call, a book now button, or give you a DM on Instagram, however your process works. The leakiest part I see is these overwhelming websites. There's too much information. It's not clear what you do and who you help. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday. I went on their website and they really wanted to work with me. because I was looking for some help in like a speaker agent. And I was like, I don't understand what you do. And I said to her 3 times and she couldn't come back to me with clarity. So I think that is so important for you to note as well, is it has to be so super clear what you do, the transformation that you get for your clients. And then you have your conversion, which is when they jump on a discovery call or you send through your proposal. And then obviously as well, then we're going to do your sales and your contract. So that confirms that they're becoming a client, whether they're booking your photography business, booking into your interior design company, whether you've signed them as an agency client, whatever it is, the sale is really, really important. So the number one reason you're losing sales right now, even if you're getting lots of traffic and lots of leads in, is because of the confidence and the clarity around your offers. People don't understand exactly what you do. And I feel like with so much messaging we're seeing, people are getting so far away from being really clear on what they do. And here's a little quick tip as well, kind of off slide here. But if you feel like you got so far in your head with your messaging, chuck it through ChatGPT and ask it to rewrite it so a fifth grader could understand it. Okay, so rewrite it so a fifth grader could understand it. Yes, I know it's American, but it works. And basically, that will pull out all your fancy words and just make it so simple and so much clarity. And this is how Apple markets. I know we're going slightly off track, but it's really important here. So, Apple, their products, their laptops, the phones, their language is aimed at a fifth grader. If you jump onto their website, if you look on any of their marketing, it is so beyond simple. It's not funny. My 5-year-old could understand it. And it's deliberate because clarity will trumpet clever every day. So look through your website, look through your socials, and make sure you are clear with your messaging. Now, the next reason you're losing sales is it's not built on trust before the sale happens. I convert 9 out of 10 of my agency inquiries because of the trust is already built. By the time they reach out to me, they 100% know that I'm going to deliver on whatever we agree to. And then obviously the other one is unclear messaging leaves potential clients confused, which I've obviously dived quite a bit into before when I went slightly off track, but kind of relevant to the last point. Now, these are the hidden gaps in your sales process. So you've obviously got an unclear positioning. So if your clients don't see value immediately, they will not invest. Lack of pre-selling. Your marketing should warm up leads before they inquire. So your website, that is its job, to warm them up, to keep building that trust, to show what is possible for them. And then overwhelming offer. Oh, this is such a killer. Instead of having one offer, you have way too many offers, too many big words, and a lack of a clear transformation. So I have totally rebuilt all my offers. In my agency right now, we have one offer, $5,000. That's it. You want to work with me? That's the way it works. Nothing else. There is no other entry point into my agency. I have dabbled in cheaper ones. I've chopped and changed it over the years, and it just comes back to my $5,000 per month clients are the best. They are paying my worth, so I feel valued. I also can deliver what they need. They're happy. Most of them have been 4 to 5 year clients. They're still on board. They've been with me from the very start. So I think it's really important to, instead of having multiple offers, in premium clients, they want one offer. They do not want choice. They want one offer. If anything, you need 3 offers, a standard, a medium, and then a premium. And the idea is to always upsell them to the premium, which would be your top, most expensive one. And in my world, in my agency, that's called the ultimate package. And there was, the small and the medium originally, but right now where I'm at, because I'm so busy, they've disappeared and there is just the ultimate offer. So it's really, you can see the positioning there. No one wants standard, especially a premium client. They don't want standard. They don't want a medium. They want the premium or the ultimate because they're a premium client. So definitely, if you've got so many offers on the table, I want you to really think about bringing that back to just maybe 1 to 3. That's it. Let me know how many offers you currently have in your business below. And if you're in my GA program, you would have done this process in it called the irresistible offer, where you literally just have one and you focus on selling that. Two's great. Two. God, I thought you said 23. Right? You've got two. Okay, great. Two. It is so much easier to sell when you only have 1 to 3 offers. Any more than that, way too confusing. Then we talk about the wording, too many big words. Words are quite terrifying to people, especially the amount of people that are on social media now. Every reel has words on it. Every caption has words in it. You go onto a story, people are using words. Words, 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 words. So it's so vital that your wording is clear with so much clarity. The other thing people don't do when they're in their sales process is talk about the transformation. They are too busy telling people about what's inside it, that is entailing in that offer. People don't care what's in the offer. They care about the results you get. So if you shift your sales, whether this is when you're talking to someone about coming on board with you, whether you're marketing the product, talk about the transformation 70% of the time. How you get them to that point is kind of irrelevant with a premium client. They really skip over those details. They just want to know about where they're going and what it's going to look like, the big picture at the end once they've worked with you. So really double down your marketing on the transformation. We call this desire marketing. I have a whole nother masterclass on this, which talks about desire marketing. But it is, if you want to attract premium clients, that's what they care about, the destination. They don't care about the process of how you're going to get them there. They just want to pay you the money to do it and then get the transformation at the end. And this is whether you're an interior designer, a photographer, a medium, a yoga teacher. What is that end result for your client? And if you can sum it up into a few words, you're going to absolutely convert so much higher. So if you have it right now, drop it in the comments. But otherwise, it's something you need to work on. That transformation and being super clear on the transformation. So for me, I help women scale from that 100,000 to the 500,000. That is a transformation, I promise. We can get you up to that 500,000 pretty fast within 12 months, 12 to 18 months. So quite rapidly. And that is my transformation I provide, but you will have your own. And if you haven't really thought about that, those that are really successful with premium clients have their transformation nailed. Okay, what high ticket clients need to say yes? They need to understand trust. They have to have full-bodied trust on you, for you. So trust in your expertise and authority. They need to have complete and utter confidence that you'll deliver what they want. They're more than happy to pay the money. They just need to make sure that when they're paying it, they're going to get those results. And then you need a clear, seamless process that makes buying feel easy. So for me, someone will come into my agency and they'll inquire. I send back a PDF and I say, if this is within your budget, the next step is to book a 10 or 15-minute discovery call. I am very clear that this is within your budget. So minimum of $5,000 a month, and then we can book a discovery call. So I'm qualifying them from my end as well as their end. So key takeaway number 2, a broken sales process is costing you money every single day. So you need to determine where your biggest sales leak is, and that is looking at the website traffic that's coming from your social media. Go on your website, see how many people visited your website last month, then how many are reaching out. Now, if you're looking at premium clients, you don't need that many reaching out. So that's not your problem. But if they're reaching out and they're never booking a discovery call, or you're jumping on a discovery call and they're not converting into paying clients, that's where your leak is. It's actually not that complicated. It really comes down to either you have a problem with leads, you have a problem with conversions, or you have a problem with sales. It is super simple. So leads, conversions, or sales. Leads is you haven't got enough traffic coming in. Conversions is they're getting to their website and not actually coming through to actually take the next steps or a discovery call. And then sales, if you've got a problem with sales, it means you're jumping on those calls, but people are not booking with you and paying you the money. So those 3 things will determine where your leak is in your business. Shift number 3. Okay, the client shift. So stop attracting the wrong clients. This is a big one, huge one. Let's talk about this. So, why you're talking to the wrong people and how you can change this. Now, what this lesson will cover, how to identify and attract premium clients who value your work. Why this matters? If you're speaking to the wrong audience, your marketing and sales efforts will feel like an uphill battle constantly. So, here are some signs you're attracting the wrong clients. Number one, they come in straight away and ask about price. They want a bargain, they're asking for discounts, they're comparing your pricing to all your competitors. They hesitate, they ghost you, or they say they can't afford you. Another big red flag is if you have to chase them. Now, and I'm very controversial about this, and a lot of people do not believe me and think it's so wrong as a strategy, but I never chase a client. If they come into my inquiry, I never, ever, ever follow up, ever. Because if I have to follow up, they're a wrong client for me. I look for clients that want to work with me, that keep chasing me, that keep saying, yes, let's jump on Discovery Call. Can we catch up? Da, da, da. I don't want to have to go and follow up someone. And look, I've had a client that come into my world. I sent all the stuff back and I was like, oh my God, they're going to be amazing. And I didn't hear from them. And I got really upset. I was like, oh, they were my dream client. No kidding. It was 8 months later. It was actually February 2023. They came back in my inbox and said, can you start next week? And I was like, what? I hadn't heard from them for almost 8 months, but they're an amazing client. And I was like, sure, here's the bill, here's the contract, here's the invoice. I can start next week. And I did. And that's my client, the Aqua Resort. I have now worked for him for 2 years. But honestly, I sent them a PDF pitch, my usual one, and said, if this is within your budget, and then radio silence. Just heard nothing for 8 months and then dropped into my inbox and said, can you start next week? Now, I could have chased that client. I probably would have got nothing and it would have made me look desperate, but I let the universe play out its magic. And they come back, and now 2 years, you probably see him on socials, is a phenomenal client. I adore them. I love working with them. But my golden rule in business for me personally is I never, ever chase up a client. It's just not my thing. And every time I have, the clients turned out to be a disaster. So what we want to do is get you to a place that you can just flick out your rates or what you do and wait for people to come and want to work with you. Now, attracting premium clients is not about having 100 clients. I currently have 7 clients in my agency. That's it. 7 clients. Pretty easy to handle, right? 7 clients. They all pay me $5,000 a month. You know the maths. And that gives me so much freedom and flexibility. Like this week, I've worked 3 days. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And that's it. I'll only work 3 days this week. And I'm also giving a free webinar. So even in having the agency and all that, I still have a lot of freedom. And you may think I have a team. If I could switch this laptop around right now, I have 0 team. There is just me. I have a VA that helps me design all these slides and works on my personal brand. But beyond that, in my agency, there's just me. So that is the reality of attracting premium clients. Now, the difference between price shoppers, what we've just talked about, and a premium client, a price shopper focuses on the cost, not the result. Premium clients invest in trust, transformation, and expertise. And as another example, I have a client I've worked with now for 5 years since they opened the doors. I see them once a year in person, if that. Maybe they contact me maybe 4 or 5 times a year, and that's it. They just let me do what I do, which is managing their socials, managing their marketing, PR. They hardly ever communicate with me, and that's just them. They just want to pay me, and I just do what I do, and they do what they do, and it's phenomenal. So that is the kind of client you want to attract. You keep doing a good job, because clearly I have to be doing a good job if they've been my client for 5 years and they're continuing to be my client. But you keep doing the right thing by them, and they will leave you to do what you do best, and they will do what they do best, which is running their business or doing whatever they're doing. So are you attracting clients obviously based on your price or your value? But we need to talk about the messaging that attracts the right clients. So who you talk to determines who inquires with you. And this is a big one. There is a good reason you don't see me dancing around in my pajamas on social media. There's a good reason you don't see my children on social media. There's a good reason I don't really push into the mum thing. Because yes, I'm a mum to four, and absolutely that would actually be an asset to my business if I put my kids on social media and showed how I juggled. That would actually be a hugely beneficial to my personal brand, but I don't because I want to attract premium clients that respect that I have a family that I keep private, but I also have a very successful career and I'm good at what I do. And I'm good at what I do regardless of whether I have children or not. And that was very important to me when I built my career. It's not to say I love my children any less. I'm certainly proud of my children. I have an amazing family. But for me, I needed to build it on my own merits because those kids are going to get old and leave home one day, or maybe they won't because they have a pretty good home life. But it was really important for me to build my career based on my merits. So when I show up on social media, when I show up in the public, I am dressed for the position I want. And I want to be successful and I want to be taken seriously. So everything about my marketing is saying, you can trust Nikki. The reason I dress black, the reason I have perfect hair and makeup every time I go on social media. And that sounds like a lot, but if you've noticed lately, I am so busy in life and running my businesses that I don't show up anywhere near as much as I did last year. But my business hasn't taken a hit. If anything, it's thriving more than ever. So I think this is really important. The way you show up on socials and in your career, as in going to a networking event, or even if you're walking down the street and you've been at work, you are representing your business. Rain, I love this. You've always inspired me with the way you show up with or without your kids. Yes. And Rain's followed me for a very long time. And that is just something that's really important to me that I think you've got to, I think this is one of the huge reasons I've been so successful as well, is because my home life is very much my home life. What happens there? I'm mum. I'm in my active wear running around after kids. Life's a mess. It's hectic. It's crazy. But I step into a different Nikki, and you can be two different people. I'm career Nikki in my office and my world. And that gives me so much clarity and peace that it helps me mentally when I'm like stepping into my career and then stepping into home because I can differentiate between the two. And let me tell you, your premium clients like that you have a family, maybe, but it's not a deal breaker to them. They couldn't care less whether you're single, whether you're 25, whether you're 40, whether you're 70. All they care about is the transformation you will provide. So important, okay? So I hope that is really clear in your messaging. Don't muddle your messaging with saying, I'm taking the kids to the beach and all that. If you want to have softness, absolutely, no judgment. And I love a lot of people that I follow and I get an insight into their life. But a premium client is not going to take notice of any of that. If anything, it could be detrimental to your brand. A premium client wants to just know what you are going to do for them, how quickly you're going to do it, and the transformation you can provide. So premium messaging attracts premium clients. And another example of this, if you look at my Instagram account, the Perth Collective PR, you only see my clients. Maybe once every 3 or 4 months, you might see a picture of me, quite often rare, because it's not about me. My business is about my clients, so I'm showcasing them. But my personal brand, it's all about me. But it's about me in a professional sense. It certainly could be about me in a personal sense if I wanted it to be, but that's not who I am. And that's why people that come into my world, whether it be for my online courses, my mentoring, my coaching, or my agency, they are seeking that level of expertise. They want to be associated with a leader. They want to be associated with authority, and they want to get there for themselves. And that is what I attract because that is what I put out. So that is why your messaging and how you present yourself online, whether it be your website or socials, is vital to attracting people. So Mickey just put a comment, oh, do you want to expand on that in the chat just so I can come back to an answer? So key takeaway number 3, if you're not attracting premium clients, it is not the clients, it's the way you're positioning your business. So what I want you to ask yourself now is how are you showing up and representing your brand? And this is for every business, whether you're starting, whether you've been in it 6 months, whether you've been in it 5 years. And we all have dips. There are times where everything in my life is a mess and I don't feel like showing up. Literally 3 weeks ago, life was hectic. School holidays went on for freaking ever this year. Like if you're a parent, oh my God, who thought 8 weeks of school holidays was a freaking good idea? Ugh, I could not show up. I was not capable of showing up on social media in that period. So I didn't. But when the kids went back to school and I got my shit back together, I was like, hi, I'm back again. And that's okay because when you attract premium clients, they're not paying for you to show up on social media. I was still doing a phenomenal job for my clients. I just didn't have the energy or the will or the desire at that point in my life to actually show up on social media. And I didn't have to because my premium clients in the background, they're what pay my bills. They're there, whether I have a social media accounts or not. And they're the clients that you want. You do not want clients that are built on only you on social media. You want clients that attract to you because of the amazing transformation you provide. So the vision, what is possible with the right strategy? Imagine this, you're consistently attracting high ticket clients who value your expertise. Your systems are running seamlessly, freeing up you to work fewer hours and focus on growing your business. You've hit $500,000 and your business feels aligned, scalable, and stress-free. I'm going to answer questions at the end. We have got time for Q&As at the end. So I'm just going to keep going here. This isn't just a dream. It's exactly what you're waiting for you when you implement the right systems and strategies. So I don't know exactly what brought you here today. Maybe you're fed up with pouring hours into social media, but still not attracting the right clients. Or if you're ready for a real solution, or you've been trying to figure out how to get past your current blocks in your mind and you feel like you're spinning tires with no progress. Or maybe you're seeing other people crush it on social media and thought, wait, why not me? I'm putting in so much time and energy. Or maybe you were just curious if I could help you. Either way, I'm so glad you showed up today. So attracting premium clients will change everything, and it can transform your entire business and honestly, your life. I believe that you've been on this masterclass up to this point because you have what it takes to excel with premium clients, attraction, and high ticket sales. And this is something I can certainly help you get started with right now. Nothing I share with you today is theory or fluff that might work. What I've done exactly what I've done in my businesses to generate consistent premium clients, scale my revenue, and create financial freedom. Now, I've helped over 1,000 students, probably a hell of a lot more to be honest, achieve and attract high-paying clients, which bring them more predictable income and the confidence to sell with ease. It doesn't matter if you're a newbie or you're overwhelmed by sales or you're completely unsure where to start. It's all about taking small strategic steps and putting them forward into action. Now, just recapping some of the biggest benefits of attracting more premium clients. You're going to get more revenue, but less burnout because at the end of the day, you're going to be working less, but earning more because fewer clients while making more money give you freedom and flexibility. Clients who respect your expertise, no more chasing payments, discounting requests, or undervaluing your worth. You're going to make consistent and predictable income because you're going to have a steady flow of high-paying clients, which means no more roller coaster incomes, no more worrying about where that money is going to come to pay your bills. You're going to have stronger brand authority because premium clients position you as an expert, making it so much easier to find them and convert them. You're going to have more freedom and flexibility so you can spend time on whatever truly matters to you, which could be more time with your family, it could be taking up a hobby, it could be traveling the world and working from a laptop. And you're going to have increased confidence in sales and pricing. No more second guessing your worth and no more feeling guilty about the pricing you're charging. If there's one thing I want you to take away today, I have literally cracked the code and hacked premium client attraction and high ticket sales. So I want you to charge what you're worth and scale with confidence. It has literally changed my life and the way I do things. It's not guesswork. It's a proven, repeatable system, and it's already helped so many people increase their revenue and create more freedom. And the best part, you can make serious money. And like I spoke about at the start, money actually is the thing that gives you freedom while transforming into a confident and in-demand business owner who gets paid what you're worth. That's a huge one for me. So the obvious question is you have a choice. You can do it the slow way through trial and error, which I certainly have done at the start. You can piece things together, hoping for the best and using what I've shared with you today, those three key takeaways. Or you can do it quickly and strategically using my Growth Accelerator program. I'm going to show you the exact system for leveraging the power of premium client attraction and high ticket sales. You can start generating constant revenue without second guessing every move. And you can apply this system to attracting high paying clients, increasing your income, and finally step into the business, the freedom, and life you deserve. So, what is that Growth Accelerator program? It's my complete step-by-step business growth system that I've actually had since 2020. And it's designed to take you by the hand and show you exactly how to attract these high-paying clients that I'm talking about, which in turn are going to increase your revenue and scale your business. No more missing steps, no confusion, no guesswork. It's the fastest, most effective way to get unstuck and get rid of this overwhelming feeling to running a profitable, streamlined business that works for you. The Growth Accelerator program is an 8-module step-by-step business growth system that walks you through the exact process. Ooh, gone too far here. Which is obviously attracting high-paying clients, increasing your revenue, and scaling with ease. You're going to get 24/7 instant access and lifetime access, which includes all future updates. It's literally step by step. Nothing is left out, and I give you all the templates and scripts you're going to need, including if you want to go right now and increase your pricing, all those templates are inside for you. And there's also a community of over 125 ambitious women already inside who have got your back every single step of the way. And then the women inside are incredible. So imagine this, you're waking up to new high-paying clients in your inbox without constantly chasing leads. You have a clear strategy that brings in constant revenue without the guesswork. You're running your business with confidence, you know exactly what to do, and you have more freedom and flexibility while working less and actually increasing your income. You step into a role where you're thriving, you're in demand, and you're getting paid for what you're worth. So introducing the Growth Accelerator. All you have to do is follow the steps. And here's what I'm going to force you to master. One of the first things is self-belief. For following that, it is business foundation blueprint. So you're going to build an essential framework for a thriving, profitable business. We're going to master your mindset because a lot of this comes from lack of confidence. Completely being honest with you, the biggest thing people really struggle with is their lack of confidence. So we're going to get you to ditch the self-doubt and step into a mindset of confident, successful entrepreneur that needs to be paid what you're worth. We're going to create the irresistible offer creation system. If you're in my GO, you know how phenomenal that strategy is. I know you've all used it, and in a minute you're going to see some of the results from using that one module. It is pretty much everyone's favorite module inside is the irresistible offer creation system. I'm going to give you the magnetic marketing blueprint. So that's going to help you attract these premium high clients with ease through your marketing on your website and your socials. Then I'm going to talk to you a lot about brand strategy and messaging. So I love to tell a story, and that helps attract these premium clients. So I'm going to help you craft your own brand story. Then once we've got all that sorted, we're going to systemize and automate as much as possible. So that's how I have 7 clients that pay me all this money and have so much freedom to teach a free masterclass on a Thursday morning, is because I have systems and automations ticking away in the background right now. I am a whiz at software productivity, clearly, because I have 4 children. I have to be super productive. And I share all that with you inside GA. Your client attraction game plan. So again, building a reliable system of leads, and we're going to fix any of those leaks that are coming into your website or your sales process, or maybe it's just getting leads in the door. Depending where your leak is, I have a solution for each one of those 3 stages, which I've explained today. Then we want the authentication sales method. So we want you to be authentic, learn how to sell with confidence and authority, and not have to chase leads ever. That would be my goal for you. That you literally go, this is who I am, this is what I do. If it aligns with you, come into my world. If it doesn't, go away. That simple. And then a scalable growth framework, because once you've got all this automated and working for you, we need to keep scaling it so you keep increasing your income. Trust me, I want to keep increasing my income. So we need to do it in a way that is scalable and not giving you more overwhelm and stress And it absolutely is ways. So then we can talk about ways to earn passive income and actually grow your business beyond what the business model is today. So what's inside? This is a sneak peek into what happens when you log into GA. You come to this window, and as you can see, there is 8 categories. So there's a welcome start, which obviously goes through what the system is and how to use it and where to start. Then there is the program. So the program has those 9 modules that I've just shared in the last slide inside of it. But then we also have the masterclasses and challenges. And at the time of recording this, we have just finished a 21-day social media challenge, which went crazy. Every single day, I wrote a prompt for everyone inside GA. They had to copy it and tweak it and share it. And the results were phenomenal. So that's just examples of one challenge. We have upcoming an email marketing challenge. So for 21 days, we amplify your email marketing and put all the sequences and systems into your business, including referral programs, including client review programs. So that is the next challenge that's coming up in Growth Accelerator at the time of recording this. Then we have the template vault. So in here, I don't know if many of you know, but I have a very successful Etsy store where I sell Canva templates, I sell imagery, I sell scripts, I sell courses. The template vault, you get access to my entire Etsy store for free. So everything you can download in my Etsy store is actually yours free in the template vault. So you can actually, instead of buying it from me from Etsy, if you're a Growth Accelerator member, every time I release a new Etsy product, I pop it straight in the template vault for you to download and use. So I think we're up to 800 Canva templates in there at the moment for social media. There is pitching templates. There is client welcome books. There is just client pitching books, proposal contracts, all sorts of things in there. Excuse me. Then there's Marketing Academy, which is all the there is video lessons on everything you can think about of marketing. Then there's social media, which includes all your hooks, captions. It's like a vault of social media that you can access. Then each month we can do group call replays, so you can go in and access them. And then there is this resources vault. And then you click this little link here that says access to the community. And in it, you will find, like I said, over 125 women at the moment who are building their business together, taking part in challenges and supporting each other. So how much will this cost you? We're at that point where you want to know the cost. And in my agency, like I said, this system costs you $5,000 a month, so $60,000 a year over 12 months. But here's the real question. What are you going to invest to master this for yourself? So you can use it over and over again and grow your business, increase your profits, and create long-term success. So will it cost you this much? No, not $10,000, not even $5,000. The entire system, which includes complete access to GA, is just $997 AUD today. And I do have a payment plan option of just $122 per month over 12 months. Plus, if you sign up in the next 48 hours, you're going to get these 3 bonuses. So number 1 is the For Her Insta Vault. You guys have probably remember me launching For Her last year. It was huge, still very successful. So in that, it has my 3 core courses. One is influencer marketing. So it is the exact strategy I use in my agency to work with influencers. It includes all my agreements, believe it or not, and what to do if they don't follow up on when you've gifted them something and they haven't actually done a post. So all that is in the influencer marketing course. It is one of my most popular courses that is inside of For Her Insta Vault. There's Insta Growth and Insta Essentials, and they go things like how to run successful competitions on Instagram, how to do collaborations so that your brand is highlighted, not one lost in the collaboration, how to use hashtags, how I hide keywords in my social media reels. Yeah, InstaHub, For Her InstaHub is just a gold mine of everything you need to know about social media and how I create such viral content and how I convert that into paying clients. Bonus 2 is your monthly group calls. So when I launched GA, it didn't have any support. And I found women inside needed to have a touch point with me that they could come on once a month and ask questions. So it is a group coaching program. Each month we meet for an hour, hour and a half, and I go through all the questions that have risen for you in that month that you get to listen to them. And if you can't, you can listen to the replay, which I know a lot of the GA members do. They pop it on like a podcast and go for a walk and catch up. If you can't make the monthly group meeting, you still can submit your questions and I just read them live and answer them live. And The amazing thing about the group calls is it's very interactive, and so many other women are on those group calls and they will offer advice on top of my advice, which is invaluable. Some of them have said the most amazing things that I've just gone, oh my God, that is such a great idea. So you don't just get my mind on it, you get the others inside a GA too. And then the third thing, the third bonus is lifetime access. So if you join in the next 48 hours, you're going to get lifetime access. Like I said, GA has been going since 2020. It has had 4 or 5 reiterations where I've built it. It's amazing now. So it's such a well-established program. I've got rid of all the fluff. I've really narrowed it down into things that really work. It's not going to overwhelm you. You work your way through the 9 core modules over probably 3 to 4 months. If you allow half an hour a week, if you want to smash it out, you can absolutely do that. It's self-paced. But the rest of it is like you go in and download the templates when you need a template. If you want to learn about hashtags, you go in and watch that module. It is completely self-learnt. And most people spend half an hour to an hour every week in GA just doing a module or a lesson. And then obviously they love the group calls and jump into those. So if you pay in full in the next 48 hours, those are the bonuses on offer to you. Now, here's my guarantee. I'm confident that if you show up, follow the system and apply what you've learned, you will see results. But here's the deal. This program is not only for women. This program is only for women who are truly committed to growth. If you're ready to take action and put in the work, the transformation you've experienced is worth more than any guarantee I can give you. There is no refunds because I believe in the power of going all in, and so should you. Now, the success stories. So Black Friday, obviously last year, I come up with a marketing strategy that I shared with all the GAs and gave them all the templates, how to implement it. And this was Rachel. Rachel said, Nikki, I want to say thank you for the Black Friday sale inspiration. I made over 23,000 in 1 week, and today I have 5 inquiries for a retreat. So for the week, 2 offers. So excited. I could not have done one before. Thank you. So Rachel was really against Black Friday sales. She just didn't align with her business. And I was like, well, I'm just putting this strategy out. Here it is. Here's what you need to do. And it literally went through the email process and how to create the offer and how exact the timing of launching your Black Friday sale. So she actually got over her fear of the Black Friday sales and followed the exact strategy. And that was her result, 23,000 in 1 week. Here's another one. So here goes. A massive win for me. I launched my website last week, gained momentum fast. I have now 6 clients paid in full upfront. Literally didn't even blink at the price and signed up. 1 on project work, 1 on a monthly, 2 are monthly packages, and 3 are 6-month retainer clients. I'm actually like staring at my bank account in disbelief. Is this for real, Nikki? I've stepped out from behind other people's dreams and started chasing my own. I can't thank you enough, Nikki. Being in proximity of incredible humans like yourself is so motivating. Now, this was a client or one of our GA members who was a VA charging an hourly rate, and she had so much knowledge and she was so experienced. I'm like, what are you doing? A, you're not a VA. You're way undervaluing and you're so off kilter with your positioning. So I helped her through GA. We rebuilt her packages and repositioned her brand. And then she went out with her new website and these packages, and that was the result. So the total annual price usually is value is $5,997. The regular price, if you just want to join at any point, is $1,497 to join Growth Accelerator. But today, pay in full with those bonuses is $997. Just recapping, you're going to get your Growth Accelerator program with all those modules, including all the scripts, templates, plus for her, which has my whole treasure chest of everything I've ever learned about social media. You're going to get your monthly group coaching calls and lifetime access to GA. So thank you so much for joining me on Growth Accelerator today. I hope you found that really insightful on 3 main things that you need to tackle in your business to push that revenue shift up. It is not rocket science. There is so many clear things, and clarity is, I hope, what you take away from this, and focusing on the transformation you provide for your clients. Now, if you do want to join GA, there will be an email that follows this with a link. But I am going to stick around for another few minutes and just answer some questions. So I love spending time answering people's questions. So if you have any, I'm just going to come back here and answer the one that came through before. I would love to answer your questions if you have a little bit, but if you've only got time to join me for the masterclass today, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found it enjoyable and helpful. And yeah, check your emails for all the further information. So Minky, I hope I'm saying your Michelle, is that how I say your name? I hope so. So when you say show up clients all the time, how do you do that? How come you're not sending messages yourself? I might just need to get you to clarify that because I know you asked that a little while ago and I wasn't quite sure. I'm a beauty therapy industry. I see lots of therapists dancing on the camera. I refuse to do so. As an expert, I think it devalues my brand. I believe that as well. That is exactly my take on things. I like to show up professionally because when someone comes into my world, whether through my business or my consulting, they get professional key. I don't rock up in my pajamas and I don't rock up dancing to a meeting. What you see is what you get. And that's who I am. Oh, you said you hardly show up on social media. Yes. So in the last, I think in February, I only showed up 5 times. So how do I show clients what I do, how you do what you do? How come you're not sending messages yourself? So I think I understand your question. So basically, my brand is so strong that I only need to show up 5 times a month. So that is my website is really strong. It's really high converting. My social media looks very polished, pristine. All my highlights are there. So by just showing up a few times a month is enough for my business. When we're starting, we obviously need to show up a lot more. But when you actually get a system in place and you establish your authority, you actually don't need to show up that much at all. My agency Instagram account is shocking. I've just started scheduling posts twice a week, but last year, oh my God, I was posting once a week, like virtually nothing. Just when I had a client, something, a media feature for a client or whatever, I was just so busy. So I think it's really important to just for someone that building their brand, yeah, as long as you're consistent, 3 times a week is plenty. You do not need to be on social media every day and being mindful to show up for a business and not endlessly scrolling. So Deanna put, not currently using Instagram, using LinkedIn website. And is Instagram good platform for service-based businesses? Yes, Instagram is phenomenal for service-based businesses because it allows you to express your value. It is, I find LinkedIn very hard because it's quite cold selling and you might relate to that. Whereas Instagram, all I focus on is sharing the value I bring to people, the transformation, which I've obviously just talked about in this masterclass. So Instagram is a wonderful platform. And I guess TikTok, if you're that way inclined, although TikTok for me is not something I enjoy. I love watching TikTok. I do not like being on there from a business perspective. But Instagram is such a fantastic platform to convey your value. So this could be done by sharing a client success story. It could be you working with someone, like a video, a B-roll of you working with someone. It could be you celebrating a win. You just get so much more organic marketing value there rather than LinkedIn. I feel like it's a boasting platform. I go in there to say, oh, I've done this, but it's very cold. And I just do not find that's what a premium client wants. So Tani put, I completely changed my business from wedding florist to potted plant hire for weddings and events. Oh, new name, new business, the whole works. How can I show my value and build trust without having photos of the work I want to create? So why don't you have photos? Because photos, as we know, are so vital. So I would absolutely do a photo shoot, whether it's collaboration with others. Now, really interesting that you change from wedding florist to potted plant hire for weddings and events. So the easiest way to actually do that would actually be B2B, so business to business, is contact all your stylists because they're the people that are going to book you. And this is another thing people get wrong. You actually don't understand where your client comes from. So for me in the agency, most people that are engaging me are marketing managers. So they're in a company. It's so busy. They're the marketing manager, but all of a sudden they have to do social media, marketing, PR. They're tasked with all these tasks and they're so overwhelmed that the boss goes, oh, go get help. So the actual person seeking me, reaching out to me with that first point of call, is sometimes the business owner, but more likely than not, it's also a marketing manager that is so overwhelmed in their position. So, what I target a lot of on social media is the marketing manager that is overwhelmed. So, like for Tani, although she might think bride and groom is her first clientele, and that is definitely a clientele, her main clientele would actually be a business that actually is a stylist booking the entire wedding. The larger budgets do some through planners. Yes. So do the larger budgets do come through planners. Yes. So like I've got a mentoring client I'm working with. We're launching her new brand in the wedding industry. And basically it's for weddings over 80,000 because there's such a huge wedding move in the industry to weddings over 80,000, believe it or not, in Perth. So that's exactly what you need to do. You need to go and find the stylist. And this is another example. I work with, because we're talking weddings, I work with two bridal companies owned by the same owner. And we recently, last week, did a runway show. We invited all the key suppliers that work in premium weddings. So that was stylists, that was furniture hire, that was caterers, that was anyone that worked and connected with premium couples that were probably paying over 60 to 70,000 for a wedding. We got them there for a runway show because the gowns we were selling were $10,000 to $30,000 gowns. Now, it was wildly successful. They sold a record amount of gowns, and this is 10 to 30,000 gowns because we got the right people in the room. And they went back and they told their brides and grooms and they told their connections because we targeted the suppliers. So I think this is a really important thing for you. Quite often the clientele you think you were looking at is not often your first clientele. So really think about the people you're attracting. Are they someone making a decision on behalf of the business owner? Are they a person making a decision on behalf of a client? So for example, for Tani, maybe the decision is not being made directly by the bride and groom. Maybe that decision is being made by the event stylist or the venue. So they are exactly who I would be targeting. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to wrap it up here because I have to jump on my next business call. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope it has been of value. And feel free to DM me on Instagram. Let me know how you found the masterclass. I love feedback. And if you want to hear anything else or any other topics that you'd be interested in hearing, I would look forward to hearing from you. So have a wonderful day. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye.